Porsche brand is renowned for its glamour and mystique, and this year owners met at Sun Peaks Resort as a part of one of Porsche Club of America's annual gatherings. The club provides a great way for these sports car owners to get together and discuss their passion.
This is really a giant family. All these people know each other, they're extremely friendly. The best way of putting it is they are a family. I mean, they're separated by, miles and country lines and state lines, but when it comes down to it and they're all together, it's all about the car, and they all share the same love for what that car is, even if the car that they're looking at isn't to their taste. They're a fabulous group of people.
Many vehicle owners share a passionate interest in their cars, which can often lead to tinkering and tweaking in home garages, consuming an enormous amount of free time. In the automotive industry, these types of enthusiasts are affectionately labeled gearheads, but for them, the long hours make the eventual outcome all the more fulfilling. For Vancouver auto technician Mitch Anderson, a 1988 Porsche 930 grabbed his attention when it came up for sale, and he, along with his father, set about restoring it to mint condition.
This is a project between my father and I. It originally started off as a cancer scare for my father back in 2004. Sort of made him realize his mortality and the poor state of his relationship with his father as he was growing up, not really getting a chance to know him until he was probably 4 years from the end of his life. Made him realize that he didn't want to suffer the same fate with me, so we decided to go out and start looking for a project car of all things. My father always loved them when he was a kid. He was a big fan of the 356s and the early 911s. When I was a young kid, I was, like most kids my age, really into the Transformers. And Jazz, the Martini 935 RSR, was my favorite car. And when this car came up and for sale, it was just something we had to do. It's a fairly rare car, and it's pretty unique after what we've done to it. So over the course of the last 5 years, we've put approximately 12,000 hours between the two of us into it. We decided that we'd start off with something simple and change the bumpers, and that quickly got out of control. Most of it is a labor of love for both of us. We done almost a full ground-up restoration on the car. It's nowhere near a stock or a concours kind of car. It's a hot rod. We built it to drive it. We built it to enjoy it. Porsches definitely have a very unique feel to how they drive, especially the older Porsches. There aren't really any other cars out there that drive quite like them. It's something you really have to get used to. The engine in the rear has driving characteristics that few other cars have. Most specifically, you really have to be aware of what you're doing when you're going around a corner.
Mitch Anderson is an example of how dedication and hard work can pay off, all the while looking extremely stylish in the process.